I'll be safe. I'll say 8.
Safe with an 8? 8? 10 is damn near perfection.
Wouldn't everyone say I'm 10?
It's one or the other. It's either people have extremely low self-esteem or an inflated sense of how they look.
Yeah.
Strangers rank themselves by attractiveness. Should be a fun one. It's gotta be difficult when you're in amongst strangers to say, I look better than you.
Yeah, it's like one of those things like the other video where they're not gonna be 100% truthful.
My first guess is that they're gonna rank themselves higher than what they actually are. I've seen that happen before. Humans view themselves better than actuality.
Like, is that what they're doing here? Is like, it's not just looks. Attractiveness, like personality-wise.
Let's see.
How do we rate ourselves?
I'm gonna give myself a solid 6.
If you had to rank yourself against others based on a specific trait,
Do you think they purposely cast a dynamic group?
Asian girl, white guy, mixed girl, black girl. Respect, diversity, Jubilees, super diverse.
Are we allowed to rank them real quick?
I'll rank them right now.
Kyra, Conrad, Lauren, Zai, Kelly, Aaliyah. Who's the most attractive here?
I think Kelly, white guy, could be number 1. And then my initial reaction, Conrad, Lauren to the end. Black girl, mixed girl, white girl, I think you could interchangeable in the middle, but Kelly's my number 1.
we brought together 6 people, blindfolded them, and had them rank each other based on how attractive they thought they were. Then they took the blindfolds off to rearrange each other.
I am like 5'10", 5'11". I'm blonde, I'm white, I have freckles.
I'm 5'6". I have like shoulder length hair, like dark brown, black.
I am brown. I have curly hair. It's black. It's short. I have a lot of tattoos. I have a sleeve.
It's interesting, they off the bat started just describing random traits. You could have all those traits and be beautiful or hideous.
Or hideous.
Brown hair.
Got 2 eyes, wearing pants right now.
That ain't gonna help nothing.
I'm like 5'10", something like that. Brown hair, it's pretty short right now, but when it grows out a bit, it gets all curly and nuts. Got a little bit of facial hair, got a nice little stash going. I got just about everything everybody else got. Got some ears, eyes, nose.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
I am
Hold on now. Those lips going crazy.
5'3.5". I'm like 100.
I might put her number 1 low key. I ain't even seen the eyes yet.
My question for everyone is, do you feel attractive? Are you confident in yourself?
How do you guys describe yourself?
I would start saying relatively symmetrical face. I don't have unusually large nose, ears. I might start naming certain things that I think would work to my advantage. But then again, am I trying to be at the top? Because I can try to sell myself, but I don't think that I'm God and I don't think that I'm the best. Here's the interesting thing. People would say, oh, well, beauty's subjective. However, I do think it's very fair to say there are certain attributes that a human can have that makes them pleasurable to the eye. Like on men, jawline, symmetrical face,
Physique.
as opposed to we're all beautiful. What would you say?
I would just say, yeah, just like the known facts about me, like color of my hair, how tall I am. Because then again, it's like my most redeemable qualities, I guess, I wouldn't say would be my looks. It's like everyone's gonna say the same thing. So you would have to be more detailed. Yeah, my nose is a bit crooked or whatever.
Extremely attractive people know that they're really attractive.
Myself isn't conventional, so it took a lot of hard work. So I'm pretty proud of what I have.
Me as well. I think I'm pretty cute. So
You are?
I'm feeling the black girl. I know maybe white guy after.
I just feel more attractive.
I guess I feel pretty cute, you know?
I would like to know what everyone would want to change about themselves.
I mentioned earlier that I wanted to get top surgery. That would just be because I get gender dysphoria and identifying as non-binary. It would just help me feel more in alignment with myself.
I think for me it'd be my nose, just because it's pretty flat, and every time I want to have like new glasses on, it's always a struggle because I have to like push it up.
I would also probably say get a nose job, but my twin would be so upset if I did, so I won't. We're identical, she would be devastated if I did.
You said nose job. I've heard a lot about that.
They truly feel like they need that.
It's more prevalent now more than ever with the advent of Instagram. I don't think girls were ever that obsessed back in the day about facial alterations. Now it's rampant. I want to get my nose done. I look fine. fine.
I feel like most people don't actually need it. Like we said, if you have extremely large ears with extremely long nose, okay.
I've seen tens of people with super cool looking noses, whatever. I'm getting a nose job. For what reason? But that's what Instagram will do to you.
Because like you said, these filters are getting so good to the point where someone will not post anything if it doesn't have that filter on it.
But even that white girl said, oh, nose job. I would love to see her face and see if there was some sort of deformity, bone poking out, whatever. Because I bet you it looked fine.
The Asian girl says her nose is flat and she wants it to be bigger.
In Asian culture, it's very popular to get nose jobs because they want them to look, I think it's pointier or something, or more pronounced or something. And I'm like, bro, they look dope.
I remember like big butts weren't a thing before, then it became a thing. Like when everyone started getting big butts. People thought they want like big boobs, but then like now like a lot of people are like rocking the small boobs. Like,
and again, most people when you walk outside don't even look at you like that. They just care about how they look. I get it. If you want to be more comfortable in your own thing, wonderful. But maybe the things that you think are imperfections, truthfully are not.
Maybe if like your ears were like this or something, like, I can see like stuff like that, but when it's excessive.
Let me get a huge fake ass. Well, what if no surgery involved and you just work out? I'll never understand that one personally. Fake tits, I'm all about that.
Personally, I don't like that.
Oh, really? You don't like it?
It just seems like too like fake.
But I've seen them done poorly a lot of times. If they're super nice and natural, you're fortunate and it's good genetics. But you know, if you had, you know what I'm saying, nothing, I'll be like, okay, all right, you can get that. There's all different types. Some are like super good, and then someone's like, oh damn, you should fix it. What surgery did you might need to get a new surgery. Yeah, so why do you watch the videos?
Out of all the YouTubers that I've watched, y'all are like the realest YouTubers. They're down to earth. And I really think there's not a lot of YouTubers out there now these days that do that for content.
Wow, well that really means a lot. Thank you, appreciate you. Like,
hey, always, bro, I'm here to support.
We're gonna be FaceTiming people every week and putting it in the videos like you just saw. If you want us to call you, all you have to do is like this video and leave your Instagram in the comments below. Thank you guys, leave your comments and we're gonna be calling people. Love y'all.
How do we rate ourselves?
I mean, I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder, so I don't know, I can't really say.
I'll be safe, I'll say 8.
I give myself a solid 9.
Safe with an 8? You had a 8. 10 is damn near perfection. Let me go safe, I'll say 9.
But wouldn't everyone say I'm 9, 10?
It's one or the other. It's either people have extremely low self-esteem or an inflated sense of how they look.
Yeah.
I'm just say safe and go 8. 5 is middle of the road, average, normal. What girl do you think is a 10?
Zoe Kravitas, the one that was the Batman.
Y'all want to just like say a number that you think you'd want to place yourself? I know it's a really hard question.
Well, you sound very confident, so I would place you higher. The most attractive quality a person can hold for me is confidence.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Zai, do you want to move like this way maybe?
Where are you? Are you right?
I'm all the way on the end.
On like my right, I feel like that person seems to be the most attractive to me just because that person seems like really confident and like I like being friends with people like that, so.
You're basing it off of voice. It's not really off of the stats.
And who remembered all of them?
Where would you like her moved to, guys? Does everyone else agree?
They should do it off touch, like.
Also, yeah, you said that earlier you didn't want to assign a number to yourself. I feel like because you're so confident, so.
Where would you guys put me?
3 or 4. I kind of think Zai should be 1. Do you want to switch with Kelly?
Okay, yeah. All right.
Okay, so now it's Zai 1, Ali 2, Kelly 3.
How the black girl gotta go number 1? That's okay. They can't see. Let's see if they.
Yeah, well, hopefully they fix that.
3 or 4?
3, I feel like. Sorry.
How does everyone?
Okay. Now they must rank each other based on if they think it's most attractive with their blindfolds off. Here we go. Oh shit.
Oh God.
I took my mask off and my makeup was running down my face from the mask, and that was horrible because now everyone's gonna see it.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too.
Nice to see you all.
I was surprised about how everyone looked. Not a single person matched what I thought in my head.
Kelly, you sounded like you were way taller for some
I
reason.
like you sounded tall.
Interesting. Let me see here.
Honestly, Conrad, that's how I pictured you.
That makes sense.
I don't know why.
What does that
I
mean?
think they should be higher. We could start with that. Should anyone be lower?
Oh, that's hard.
Like you?
I guess like I'm attracted to men, so I guess if my line was going this way, it'd be right.
Nobody's gonna be truthful and say, yeah, I definitely think I look better than you.
This video concept, like you can't do that to people.
And then even us saying who we think is, then people are like, that's mean. It's like, but that's the game.
We're playing the game. No, feelings first, and then everything comes after.
Do you want to move Conrad up? voice your opinion?
I mean, yeah,
Wherever
I would
you
move
want me
Conrad
to
up.
go. Just move.
He's a good-looking guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you want to switch?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll move up. I'll move up for now. But we're all this.
The Asian girl like that.
I don't know, it's just a really uncomfortable feeling to say, I think I should be higher in this line than you because I think I'm more attractive than you.
Yeah, I'll move for
Oh,
Do you want to move up?
Yeah,
bruh. I'll move up. You guys want me to?
Back to like the original, I do feel like Conrad and Lauren should switch.
Oh!
But I know we've switched you back, so that was just my opinion. I'm not saying we should
Whatever
switch you
works.
back.
Oh.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Switch on back.
I don't mind that.
Do you guys feel good about where everyone is?
yeah.
It's weird when someone else says, yeah, I think you look better than you. You
you
guys
want
should
us to switch?
switch. I almost feel like it should be like, I feel like I should be right here. Either way, it's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's always gonna be painful.
This is so uncomfortable.
The person at the top, they don't want to make them feel bad because they're happy for being at the top. So you're not going to say, I think you should move down because they don't want to hurt their feelings, especially when there's 4 cameras on everybody.
If I somehow got to the top, I kind of would just chill there.
I'm not saying nothing.
I'm looking at this list. I really think gay white guy and a black girl. In my opinion, I think in the top 2.
Being non-binary, I am beyond my body. So to be perceived as a woman in like those conventional forms of like femininity and stuff like that is like already a thing. So like to assess who's the most attractive or what, it's so uncomfortable because I don't know, everybody has unique elements to themselves. People can be beautiful, gorgeous on the outside and be so ugly on the inside. So I'm like, nah.
Okay, yeah.
Y'all.
And I think that's why she's number 1. I mean, they're number 1. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's good, it's good.
I think we all felt pretty uncomfortable. It's not every day you get blindfolded and put into a room with other people in
I know.
blindfolds.
I was like, are we actually filming a video or are we like being punked? That was the most uncomfortable part for me.
I also feel like we all like kind of conjured our own images of each other in our head. So then having to like completely rethink that when we like took off our blindfolds was a little disorienting for me, I guess. Beauty is from within, and definitely confidence is the best accessory that you can have to any outfit that you're wearing.
Okay, I like that.
Feeling good in who you are, and attractiveness comes as a result of that.
They were a nice group of people.
How do you think Plaid feels being at the bottom of the whole time?
I think he was accurate in by saying he's a 6, but I think that's the story for a lot of normal looking guys. You just toss it there, get to the end.
Yeah, I also think confidence plays a big part in it too, because like I think if he said, you know what, I think I would place myself 10, everyone would have a different perception of him and already put him maybe in the front. So I think it could have played a different way if you said something different.
You could make everyone believe that you're a 10, but curly hair, facial hair,
Blue eyes.
and then who knows, blindfolds come off, I wonder if they would perceive you as a little bit more attractive than you actually were.
Yeah, because you would have been placed high and then they would have felt weird to move you because that's just the games.
If you're not attractive, you're not gonna make it up there.
Like it can give you a little bit of extra. I remember when I was in high school, let's say high school, middle school, and there were certain girls that were like, oh, they're the baddest girl. Like once I moved away and I saw a whole nother types of girls and stuff, I looked back at those girls and I was like, those were the...
That's all you were exposed to though.
A lot of your self-perception, it can be very flawed. Let's say my school, for example. You know, it ain't no supermodels. Someone who's a 10 at that school, you come to LA, you motherfucker 5. And I think...
What if you're like an Indian person in an all-white school? Am I like less attractive because I'm only around these people and they only like each other more than me?
When I went to Japan, they're like, oh wow, look at this guy. Like I was like
An anomaly.
I stood out.
Yeah.
So I became more attractive in that sense. That brings up a good point because there's different ways you can be attractive. Like there's a thing called dancer goggles I was telling you guys about. You might not look the best, but if you're like a good dancer, you're like, oh, I'm kind of attracted to that person. Which is why this is kind of like, didn't really matter because like everyone has a different sense of what's attractive.
But then it sucks for some people that are just stuck in hometown.
When I was in Philly in school, doing YouTube, doing blah, 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 I felt like a big fish in a small pond. I was like, man, I'm this motherfucking social media dude around here. Went to LA. So I think in this grand scheme of life and whatever, it's really good to subject yourself to a lot of different environments around a lot of different people because you'll get a better gauge of who you are. Otherwise, you'll have an inflated sense of self-worth, which could be damaging to you. Again, I'm not trying to be an asshole. That girl immediately said, 8. Let's put Zendaya at a 9. You one thing away from Zendaya? No way!
There'll be people saying that Zendaya is a 5.
Someone calls Zendaya a 5 in the comments. I'ma talk to you. I'll give you a Will Smith slap.
Keep Zendaya out here.
There's definitely been a time where I feel ugly. There's things that I do to make me feel more attractive, and I feel like people do that in different ways. You can reinvent yourself and feel attractive. Like, I feel a 6. Is everyone's goal to be attractive?
Let's say I'm a true 6, and I'm like, no, I am determined to feel like a 10, and I'm a 10. You're telling everyone I'm a motherfucking 10. Is that what we're trying to do here? And we're talking about, let's say, outward appearance. I was with girls before who aesthetically were not perfect, but their personality added hella points. Or girls who were absolutely flawless, and then their personality took them over here. I was like, bro, I will not be seen with you. You're born with what you're born with. Fucking, you gotta play the hand you're dealt. Or let's say I'm comparing myself to Michael B. Jordan. Comparison is the thief of happiness. In my opinion, the big takeaway is you are dealt a certain set of cards, whatever, you're dealt a certain hand. Instead of trying to compare yourself and get better than XYZ, be the best you.
What helps me is like over analyzing like things that I do and things that I say, and be like, oh, I don't like the way that I said that, or I didn't like the way I conversated with that person, or things like that, because then I can go back and think about it and be like, okay, I can now practice and be the person I want to be, and come across the way I want to come across.
But aren't we always constantly changing? If you didn't like yourself, but you like this new version of yourself, you're always gonna think there's something else I could tune up.
Yeah, and I think that's motivation for people, because some people don't feel like that.
A lot of people don't even understand the concept of like getting better. Some people think they're perfect and they, I don't need to change. But it's like, damn, you got a lot to change, bro. I'm left with more questions.
I'm gonna go reinvent myself.